Okay, the melting point. What is the melting point of a solid? That is minimum temperature at which a solid melts to become liquid at atmospheric pressure is called melting point. And the melting point of a solid is an indication of the strength of the force of attraction between its particles. And I have said that the melting point of ice is 273.15 Kelvin. The process, this is 273.15, it is 1.15 Kelvin, it is equal to 0 degrees Celsius. We can write it as 273 Kelvin. And the process of melting, that is the change of state into liquid state, solid into the liquid state, that is called the fusion. Underline this, that is called the fusion. So when we say that when a solid melts, its temperature remains the same. So where does the heat energy go? This heat energy, it is used up for increasing the space between the particles, for reducing the force of attraction between the particles. Okay, and this we can say that the when the ice is getting melted, then the ice will absorbing the heat from the outside, and that heat is being used to convert it into the water state. And that water, that is having the particles very far away from as compared to the ice particles. So it means that is water that is formed from the ice, that is having more energy as compared to the ice. And so this we can say that water has a hidden heat. That water has a hidden heat. The word latent means hidden heat, and so we say that this is the definition of latent heat of fusion. The amount of energy that is required to change 1 kg of solid into liquid at atmospheric pressure at its melting point is known as latent heat of fusion. And the particle in water at 0 degrees Celsius or 273 Kelvin have more energy as compared to the particles in ice. Right now, in the same way, when the water is getting converted into the steam, then the energy is again absorbed by the particles to reduce the force of attraction between the particles. Then the temperature of the liquid starts changing. When the liquid starts boiling and it starts changing into the gas, the temperature at which liquid start boiling at the atmospheric pressure, the temperature at which, note down it, what is the temperature at which the liquid starts boiling at its atmospheric pressure, that is known as the boiling point. And the boiling is a bulk phenomena. Okay, so we can say that the steam is having more energy as compared to the energy of the boiling water, because the steam is having latent heat, steam is having hidden heat. Okay, then how can you define the latent heat? Latent heat means latent heat of vaporization. Latent heat of vaporization means the amount of energy that is required, the amount of heat energy required to change the 1 kg of liquid into the gaseous state. 1 kg of liquid into the gaseous state, that is called the latent heat of vaporization. Okay, and there is a relation between Kelvin is the standard unit of the temperature, that is used all over the world. And relationship between the Kelvin and the Celsius is that Kelvin is equal to degrees Celsius plus 273. Just as the temperature of the water is 100 degrees Celsius and I have to convert it into the Kelvin, then I will plus 273 in this. And if the temperature is 373 Kelvin and I have to convert it into the Celsius scale, then Kelvin minus 273. Okay, in this way you can do the numericals, and we will also solve these numericals. Now look at this flow chart, that is solid state get converted into liquid state on heating, liquid state get converted into gaseous state on heating, and on cooling gaseous state will be converted into liquid state and liquid state will be converted into solid. So we can say that we can change the state of the matter by changing the temperature. We can change the state of the matter by changing the temperature. And the conversion of solid into the liquid, this is called fusion. It is called fusion. And conversion of the liquid into the gaseous state, that is called vaporization. vaporization. Okay, that is called vaporization. Now this is enough, and we will do the effect of the pressure. How can the pressure can affect on changing the state of the matter? We have done still that the temperature, by increasing and decreasing the temperature, we can change the state of the matter. Now the next is the how can pressure play a role in changing the state of the matter. Okay, we will continue. Goodbye.